Rob Reiner, he's the director of When Harry Met Sally, This Is Spinal Tap, The Princess Bride, Stand By Me, and many other blockbuster movies, was found dead alongside his wife, Michelle Singer Reiner, in Los Angeles over the weekend. The deaths are being treated as homicide, and the main suspect is their son. Not much more is known now about the double murders. I mean, by all accounts, it seems like an absolute tragedy has taken place here. He was a significant guy, significant filmmaker, also involved in politics to some degree, aligned with the Democrats. There have been responses from past and current US presidents. So let's have a look at Barack Obama's response. So Barack said, Michelle and I are heartbroken by the tragic passing of Rob Reiner and his beloved wife, Michelle. Rob's achievements in film and television gave us some of our most cherished stories on screen, but beneath all of the stories he produced was a deep belief in the goodness of people and a lifelong commitment to putting that belief into action. Together, he and his wife lived lives defined by purpose. They will be remembered for the values they championed and the countless people they inspired. We send our deepest condolences to all who loved them. So it's a typically well-worded, meaningful, appropriate statement from Barack Obama. He can sort of come up with the right words when a tragedy happens. Now let's see what Donald Trump had to say about what is very clearly a tragedy. He says, a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. And, I mean, we don't know much about this, but the context is the son is the main suspect. So there is speculation that sort of, maybe this was a psychotic episode. I mean, it's all speculation, obviously. But obviously, if the son kills a parent, you feel like, or is alleged to, which is alleged, you feel like maybe there's sort of a mental health involved.
Yes.
And Donald Trump has said, I can make this funny because I'm going to say that the son was driven mad by this guy not liking Donald Trump.
It writes itself.
You're not allowed to just point at it.
It writes. Yeah, that's true. You can't point at it. It writes itself. I mean, it's consistent, isn't it? Trump making it about himself. Also, don't have kids. That's the lesson I take from this story.
We're a pro-natal channel.
Sorry, I have kids. Not in America.
Thomas Massey is a Republican congressperson. He said, regardless of how you felt about Rob Reiner, this is inappropriate and disrespectful discourse about a man who was just brutally murdered. I guess my elected GOP colleagues, the VP, so the vice president, and White House staff will just ignore it because they're afraid. I challenge anyone to defend it.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
It's difficult to argue with that one. It is, I say we don't normally do segments about Donald Trump tweets because there are too many and they're too, you could do a whole show about it. Sometimes you question how politically interesting it is to say that this man is doing horrible tweets. But for a sitting president to say of someone who's just been murdered by their kids, everyone's saying that maybe he drove him crazy because he didn't like me. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That does say something about, I don't think you could have done that any time over the past 100 years, and you can now. And that does say something a bit worrying. Not in terms of civility's gone. I mean, kind of also civility's gone. But there's something that's happened to politics where, this is a symptom of something that's happened in politics that someone as president can tweet that. And I think it probably doesn't say good things about where we're heading.
No. I mean, does it say something about politics or is it just Donald Trump? Donald Trump can say that. If that was a J.D. Vance tweet, everyone would be like, what are you on about? Do you not think there'd be more challenge?
They would condemn J.D. Vance.
It's because it's the Don, isn't it? He can literally say whatever he likes. And he's a narcissist. I mean, it's totally unsurprising, really. I'd be interested to see the flip tweet if Rob Reiner was a Republican. I wonder what that tone would be.
Well, that's the other thing, because the Republicans always do, Trump and his people are always if anyone liberal says anything remotely mean, they're
Yeah.
like, this is sick.
Yeah.
This is how low
Yeah.
these psychopaths will go.
Yeah.
And then Donald Trump says maybe the son was driven mad by Trump derangement syndrome.
Yes, I wonder if we should have just gone like when Charlie Kirk was killed. Was that Trump derangement syndrome? We could blame it on something like that, couldn't we? Wasn't it?
If anyone had said anything like what Donald Trump has said about this man, about Charlie Kirk, they would have lost their job.
Yeah.
There would be Republican politicians saying that person should be executed.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
And when Charlie Kirk was killed, like the backlash against anyone with sort of like 1,000 followers on Twitter who said anything rude.
Yes, they put them
was
on a
insane.
list, didn't they?
They put them on a list. And like JD Vance would be like, this shows the absolute sick, psychopathic nature of the modern left, that they won't even let a family mourn in peace.
Yeah.
And then you've got Donald Trump saying,
not in allowing someone to be brutally murdered without politicizing it.
yeah, crazy.
He's the limit. That's my hot take of this episode.
So
Donald Trump is the limit.
Zach Polanski, one to watch.
One to watch. Donald Trump is the absolute limit. If anyone has any BMA speaking engagements that they can't get the BMA to, I'm happy to stand in.